Hi guys, how's it going? It's Julian and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are gonna read an article from The Guardian, this newspaper from the UK if I'm not bad. Sorry if I said it wrong. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. Actually, I really wanted to read a book which I was being pending for a while, but if I read it, I'm gonna spend more than just 10 minutes, which maybe is the time I'm gonna be reading this article. But I'm saying that because I've been procrastinating the book for a while, because usually when I find that a particular book is not more interested or I get bored of the book in some point, I just leave it. And it's not good, because it was like a pretty good book and I made the same with a couple of ones and I don't like that. So I want to have this video as a to record my words, to record myself saying that I'm gonna read it, cause I put more pressure on myself, and with that, it's more probable that I'm gonna finish it. So that's the thing. The book is called the 12 week day. No, the 12-week year. Yeah, that's the name of the book. The 12-week year. And basically it's like a self-improvement book which shows you some technicals that you can use to set your goals during the next 12 weeks. And you write your goals in a sheet of paper, and then you must take action with different uh, daily actions until achieve your goal. And you separate those tasks to particular enforce the how can I say this, to encourage yourself to finish it and make progress almost every day, because every day is like a week in a year. I don't know what I'm saying, sorry. Okay, let's go ahead with this article. As I said, I just want to have this video as a record of myself saying that I'm gonna finish it. That's it. Let's go to read this article from the Guardian. Okay, the article is called "One of the most disgusting meals I ever eaten. I AI recipes tested." Basically, it's like the opinion of a guy who say that because they tried one of these recipes which they asked to ChatGPT or another AI. Okay, bratwurst ice cream, bratwurst ice cream, crockpot mojito. Can you stomach a recipe? Can you stomach a recipe written? Can you stomach a recipe written by a robot? Teresa J. Blair has a handful of cookbooks to her name. Each has snappy, catchy little, the ultimate crockpot cookbook for beginners, a comprehensive guide to slow cooking success for novice chefs, featuring mouth-watering recipes, time-saving tips, and essential techniques is a great example. Teresa has written about canning and preserving the Mediterranean. Wow, my speech is awful today. Teresa has written about an essential techniques. Teresa has written about canning and preserving the Mediterranean diet and anti-inflammatory recipes. Well done, Teresa. But don't expect this cookery reader. But don't expect this cookery writer to turn up to any books, singings, or appear on Saturday Kitchen. It's not that Teresa is a diva, it's that she's not a real person, she is an AI. In the past couple of years, something disconcerting has been happening in the cookbook marketplace. Entire books are springing up written by AI. In just over a week, between 2 and 14 December of 2023, Teresa managed to publish 4 books, which means Nigel Slider which means Nigel Slater will need to speed up his whisking significantly. Bro, my speech is so bad today, or this article is so hard. I don't know, but it's good. Let's challenge it. Let's challenge ourselves. She has a rival as well. In January, the fictional Lillian D. Stewart published 5 recipe books on pasta, goat food, lectin food, Mediterranean food and the Dash diet. At first glance, Teresa's book looked plausible. Some people may be fooled by them. But can AI actually emulate human chefs? In 2023, Joan Lee Molinaro noticed that among the infuriating rip-offs of her Korean vegan cookbook, there was one culprit that looked almost identical to her look, written by one Rachel Easy. This Korean vegan cookbook had a cover so similar that it had. Hi, bro. What I'm doing, bro, is the awful speech that I ever had. Written by one Rachel Easy. This Korean vegan cookbook had a cover so similar that it appeared to be actually trying to deceive readers. I knew that AI could also be used to exploit the work of others, Molinaro wrote on her website. That its growing utility threatened human thought and labor with their obsolescence, but it never occurred to me that ChatGPT could cut so close to my bones, and man, it hurt. Molinaro's many Molinaro's many followers confirmed to her that this supposedly vegan cook boasted recipes featuring eggs and dairy, and and even at one point suggested kitchen. To head off to head off the implication that she had written it, Molinaro threatened legal action, and her followers bombarded the book's not deleted Amazon page with negative reviews. Make no mistake, Molinaro wrote about the experience. AI will thrive in a playground where productivity and fat margins are valued above creativity and equality. Molinaro's example might be anomaly at the moment, but there are people out there working on harnessing AI for food writing. One of them is Paolo Rosen, the author of the AI Cookbook, ominously subtitled A Taste of the Future. Roson's book, released in 2022, was an experiment in which he helped ChatGPT-3 to produce AI recipes. The book's photos, made with DALL-E, are wholly convincing. Mm, Rawson corrected some of the most glaring mistakes in the recipes. One called for 2 kilos of butter, for example, but he let the model do as much as the work as possible. But he let the model do as much as but he let the model do as much of the work as possible. I cooked one of the book's bizarre fusion dishes, flicking past Shepherd. I could one of the book bizarre. I could one of the book's bizarre fusion dishing, flicking past shepherd shepherd's pie sushi and Thai green curry lasagna to get to Sri Lankan currywurst curry. The eloquence of AI models has improved in the past 2 years, but it's not surprised that the pros won't win a Pulitzer. Sri Lankan currywurst is a flavorful and hearty dish that makes a great main course for lunch or dinner. It pairs well with white rice and a side of green beans or another vegetable. I choose this dish because, like a lot of AI, it makes me feel slightly queasy. I suspect that when I serve it to my family, they will order a takeaway or head to the pub. But mira- mira- but miraculously miracle miracle but miracle but miraculously the dish works. This was actually one of my favorite recipes from the book, says Rosen, who was similarly surprised. I remember that at the very beginning, when I was still fine-tuning the creation process, the AI recommended the use of bratwurst ice cream as a side dish, which was a bit much for me. Rosen has hit the nail on the head there, because it has never tasted the food. The AI has no idea whether what it suggests will taste good or not. Surely it can only reproduce recipes that already exist. I wouldn't trust an AI generated tablet recipe in the way that I would a Felicity Clow perfect recipe. Says best-selling food writer Rukmini Iyer. An AI hasn't cooked and tested his An AI hasn't cooked and tested six recipes and compared them before coming up with its own. Having bought two of Teresa's Bro, it's awful. I'm awful today. I don't know what is happening to me, bro. Having bought two of Teresa J. Blair's masterpieces, I'm keen to see the inside of a pure AI book. Unfortunately, there are zero photos, just a plain list of hundreds of recipes. The ultimate crockpot cookbook for beginners is an unconventional crockpot cookbook. I discover in that 99% of the recipes are for mojitos, not a drink known for being made with the aid of a crockpot. I make one of the 100 recipes on offer called Jime My Mojito. Okay, we have a picture of this guy. Although the formatting is a little odd, ingredients. Although the formatting is a little odd, ingredients 5, 3 fresh mint spring. Well, this is about grammar. It's perfect. It's perfectly lovely. It's perfectly lovely. I later discovered that every single word is copied from this mojito recipe because you can copyright a formula but can copyright the specific wording of a recipe, says Ryan Abbott, the author of The Reasonable Robot, Artificial Intelligence and the Law. This means that Teresa has probably committed copyright infringement. I have, I don't know if like I got the idea of the article, but here we have like a lot of how can I say this little comedy stuff. This means that Teresa has probably committed copyright infringement. I have an even I have an even better time with Teresa's The Ultimate Anti-Inflammatory Cookbook for Beginners. Here I am reminded why proofreaders exist. Something in the AI processing for this book took objection to the word and turning it into and in every instance. It it inadvertently leads to beautiful phrases such as H and full, Corey and there, and using an immersion blender or even by H and. We know that AI struggles with hands, but this is ridiculous. The Japanese hot pot I attempt, not obviously anti-inflammatory like all the other recipes, is one of the most disgusting meals I ever eaten. Even if we ignore the giverish instructions, sprinkle a little of the chili ginger, garlic sesame, combine through between every layer, give it a 2 minute simmer once it reveries avoid before turning it. Oh, bro, I'm not into kitchen, so it's like a new vocabulary for me. The whole tuning is a soji, lime mess. My children barely touch it, and I can see betrayal in their eyes. Thanks, Teresa. Though AI recipes can be dreadful, that won't stop them making people a quick buck. Hmm. Though AI recipes can be dreadful, that won't stop them making people a quick buck. As Matthew Kupfer pointed out in a fantastic Twitter thread, as Matthew Kupfer pointed out in a fantastic Twitter thread on another AI crockpot book, these cookbooks can claim the Amazon rankings because the reviews themselves are written by AI, a trend becoming increasingly prevalent online. Teresa has only ever reviewed twice. The twice is exactly the same, despite being written for two different books and was clearly written by AI. You can find giverish AI recipes on YouTube as well. One channel, Super Recipes, has 1.19 million subscribers despite being driven by AI and despite its videos being called Things like, I never bought ice cream again. I only make I only make it this now. And this recipe surprised everyone for how easy and delicious breakfast can be. While the footage itself seems real, the commentary, and if you're still watching this video, you're loving our recipe, is almost certainly generated by AI, and the recipes are often extraordinarily disgusting. The law is playing catch up the law is playing catch up with the rate at which AI is accelerating. But if an AI cookbook is trained on recipes that it has hovered up from the internet and elsewhere, this might not be and illegal in and of itself. If you were writing a cookbook, you might buy other cookbooks and read them and draw inspiration from them. Abbott says, training on copyrighted material has never constituted copyright infringements for a person. Everything rests on how the word training is defined. Uh, though AI cookbooks might not be hugely impressive at the moment, Cook and Food Reader revenue yield points to a dystopian future in which publishers might want 10 books on air fryer recipes generated quickly, rather than paying an author between £30,000 and £1,000 to do so. They might simply use AI and pay a popular writer a £10,000 endorsement fee. It's very dangerous, she says, but unfortunately, it's not going away. As in other creative sprees of life, however, will be happy to be dictated to. As in other creative spheres, as in other creative spheres of life, as in other creative spheres of life, however, will be happy. We will we. What is happening, bro? It's the first time that I'm so bad. Not the first time, but it's awful. It's my worst side. As in other creative spheres of life, however, will we be happy to be dedicated to be to by robots? Even Rosen, who wrote an entire book with AI, is skeptical. AI might be able to reproduce his grandmother's cake recipe perfectly, but would the pleasure of eating it be as great? If I knew that a recipe was created by AI, even if I knew that it was meant to recreate my grandmother's cake, it could mean less to me. It could mean less to me, he says, because underneath I know that it hasn't been made by a real person. Yeah, until now, this article, bro. This was awful. The article was good, but I mean, it was pretty interesting how the AI is influencing the different areas of our lives. But I mean, it was awful my speech, bro. The way I read everything. It's the first time that I do so bad. So yeah, well, it doesn't matter so much. We did it. We force ourselves to read like the kind of article which we're not used to. So was good enough. Take care and have a good one, and see you in the next one.